I have planted only the hydrangea so far, all these plants for the new design waiting to go into the ground. Today I'm planting some bulbs for spring flowers and one of the cornices. Most of these bulbs I bought from the website of Farmer Gracie. I have a deep hole already dug and a space made for the cornice. This area of the bed is filled with this crumbly mix, which is the clay soil broken up with horticultural grit. I'm mixing in some fresh compost. The flowers I have chosen are in keeping with my green and white theme. I saw these in the garden centre and decided to buy them. I'm not sure where to plant them, so I'm just going to try one here. I also saw these green spirit tulips in the garden centre and bought them, even though they are very similar to the tulip spring green, which I already have. Because I don't have much space and I've bought a lot of bulbs, I'm planting them all very close together and not following the guidelines. I'm planting the green spirit and spring green bulbs alternatively. Next is my favourite variety of narcissus, pheasant's eye. I never seem to be able to plant a good pattern for the spring bulbs. As hard as I try, I usually end up with a pattern that doesn't give an amazing show. Here I am, planting in rows, even though in my mind I'm thinking they would look better in groups. Searching for white spring bulbs on the internet, I was surprised to find there is more than one variety of white hyacinth. I decided to get some of 3 different types: snow crystal, carnegie and alias. I've planted one of each type in a triangle. We will see if they all look exactly the same or if there will be some difference between them. I put this stick here to mark the limit of the bulbs while I'm planting. On the internet, I also found that there is more than one type of grape hyacinths in either green or white. I chose 2 again, a white pearl and white magic, and again I placed them alternatively in a line. In the past, I found that grape hyacinths look great the first year, but in following years there becomes more foliage and less flowers. But I thought I would give these a go and see what happens. Next, some crocus. Again, I have 2 varieties. I've got Ard Schenk and Jeanne d'Arc. This time, I actually managed to not plant them in a row. In the past, I have had bulbs taken by squirrels. There were a couple of squirrels in the garden the other day, so I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to install some chicken wire. But first, I'm going to plant out the cornice. This cornice is white gold. I decided to put this one here next to the hydrangea because it doesn't get as big as the other cornice that I have. This one can grow up to 2.5 metres tall and has greenish yellow stems in the winter. In the spring there should be clusters of small greenish white flowers. Again, mixing in some fresh compost for it to sit on. I bought these small plants from the internet. In the garden centres, I found most of the cornice plants were already quite big, and as I don't have much space, and also because of the north-facing aspect of my garden, I wanted to get small young plants so that they might grow to the local conditions. I filled her all around the plant with fresh compost as well. I pegged the chicken wire down with sticks. I've got some violas which I'm planting out in the front garden. I'm going to try one here to see what happens. I don't expect it will do much without any sun. I'm covering over the compost with the clay crumble. Oh look, an acorn. I just found that while I was moving the soil about. The squirrels have been down here. I didn't put soil over the chicken wire, but I'm going to cover it with mulch. I wonder if that's going to be enough to keep away a hungry squirrel. I'm thinking they must be quite strong with their little claws on their little hands and the climbing up walls and trees that they do, and their strong teeth, strong enough to eat an acorn. So I placed some bricks on top and then the Christmas tree stand to try to confuse them. Kind of makes the little viola a little bit pointless. Maybe I can remove the bricks in a few weeks' time.